I was shocked at how quickly my vision was transformed. I did not expect to undergo a 10-minute surgical procedure and be able to sit up and read a clock across the room. And then to have better than perfect vision the very next morning, less than 24 hours later, absolutely exceeded my expectations. Wearing contacts was always burdensome to have to worry about having contact solution, contact lenses. Do I have my glasses to put in to wear after my contacts caused my eyes to be so gritty and uncomfortable that I couldn't take it any longer? So for years I had been interested in LASIK surgery. I'd heard about it, I'd heard of people doing it, but I was apprehensive. I was scared to possibly have a bad outcome, but I really was underinformed about how rare worsening vision is. It's really incredibly uncommon. So when I decided I was ready to really look into LASIK, I contacted my eye doctor. Their office staff directed me to the practice that they typically refer to, and to make a very long story short, it was a very disappointing and frustrating visit. I was essentially kind of misdiagnosed and misled into thinking I needed a procedure for dry eyes, which I truly didn't have. And I was told that I was not a candidate for LASIK and that I needed a different type of surgery called PRK, which my understanding includes a much longer recovery time. Instead of hours, more like days to weeks. So that was highly disappointing. But if I truly wasn't a candidate for LASIK and I truly did have dry eyes, I wanted that to be verified by another office. I was not looking for a bargain, I was looking for quality. When it came to my vision, I was looking for the best possible outcome, which is what ultimately led me to eyeconsultants. Coming to eyeconsultants Northwest was such an unbelievably different experience. It was like night and day. Every test I had, the purpose of it and what they were measuring or what they were looking at was explained to me, and I hadn't had that experience previously. And ultimately, it was confirmed that I did not have dry eyes and I was a candidate for LASIK, that PRK may be something to consider, but that the doctors wanted to do a second examination to really ensure that I was safely within the parameters of LASIK, and I was. On the day of surgery, I was a bit apprehensive, but I was met with nothing but reassurance. The whole process is just so finely tuned, you just can't help but feel confident and comfortable. I was pleasantly surprised at how not uncomfortable this surgery was. And I joked with Dr. Fillmore during surgery that I've had eyebrow waxes that were more painful. The actual LASIK surgery was just a few minutes. I sat up and I could read the time like I hadn't done since I was probably 12 years old. And then the next morning at my post-op appointment, I had 20/15 vision, probably better vision than I have ever had in my life. It really was better than I could have ever expected. The fact that I can wake up and when my daughter comes in the morning, I can see her face when she's standing there at the bedside. I've told anybody and everybody that has an interest or doesn't have an interest in LASIK about eyeconsultants.